The first manga I ever read was DanDaDan, and I picked up volume 1 and 2 at MCM Comic Con London for free. I got them for free off 2 friends. And then I read it. The first piece of manga I have ever touched in my life. The first physical book I've ever touched in my life, to be honest. And I opened it up and I read it. I read the first 2 volumes. And I thought it was great, and I loved DanDaDan. So I read up to volume 5, and then eventually the anime came out. And I love the anime, but it did cause some controversy. Mainly because of that first episode, if you've seen it, with the aliens and the probing. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird anime. I think there's a reason why the author doesn't show his face. But on IMDb, which is obviously where all the ratings in the world need to go to and go by, it's a joke by the way, it's 8.7 out of 10. So I want to see, is DanDaDan overrated? Please subscribe and come back to my videos. Thank you. Also join the Discord. Now, DanDaDan dropped obviously in the fall, and it dropped on the 4th of October. And what happened is that we got a whole bunch of anime around that time as well. We got ReZero on October 2nd. We got Uzumaki on September 28th. We got Blue Box on October 3rd. We even had Bleach on October 5th. And then Blue Lock on October 6th. So a lot of anime was dropping around that time. And as someone who's read the DanDaDan manga, I wasn't sure how it was going to hold up. I've already watched ReZero at that point. Uzumaki was meant to be really good, you know, in terms of the manga. The anime kind of let it down. But I wasn't sure how DanDaDan would hold up. But one thing did save DanDaDan, and that was the intro. We all know the intro by Creepy Nuts. It's a very picky, you'll think of the intro every single time you watch a show because it's just in your brain. It's very catchy, which obviously led to some people saying, it's overrated, the intro's overrated. I think the intro is fairly rated. It's probably overplayed, but that's just human nature. We like something, we play it until it's literally shit. That's pretty much what we do. DanDaDan dropping in the fall was a perfect time because we just come off what I thought was a lackluster summer. I mean, we had Oshinoko, Wistoria, Wand and Sword. You know, apparently the Elusive Samurai was good, I dropped it. But, you know, we had really bad anime like Alia Hides a Feeling in Russian and My Dear Friend Nokatan. It's not a bad anime, but the kind of gag kind of wore off after a bit. And Tower of God Season 2 was such a letdown for me and such a letdown for other people as well. We needed something fresh, something that we'd never seen before. And DanDaDan already had that hype. YouTubers were talking about it. TikTokers were talking about it. I was talking about it. You know, I read the manga, like I said. So I was excited for it, and my friends put me on the manga in the first place, so they were like sending in memes and like little sneak peeks and things like that. So I was really excited for it, and a lot of hype was generated online for DanDaDan. Now, actually talking about the anime itself, because we haven't talked about that, what we got to say, it's really good that, one, it's on Netflix, right? So Netflix, I might do a video, they're taking over the anime game. Slowly but surely, they're taking over the anime game. I mean, they're getting Sakamoto Days next year, do you know what I mean? So, they're taking over the anime game, so it's on Netflix, and you were able to watch dub and sub at the same time. So you just expand your audience, because I used to be one of the people who used to wait for dub. I still prefer watching in dub, but if it's there available straight away, everyone's going to watch it. It doesn't matter if you like sub or dub. They're breaking down that barrier. Nobody has to wait anymore. You get to watch it at the same time. Now, I do have to give props to the animation team and the people who are actually working on the anime, because, like I've said, I've read the manga. Keep saying it, Connor. But I've read the manga, and, you know, it's cool to see the first manga that I've ever read kind of turn into an anime. It's cool to kind of see they do such a good job of it. I could actually remember, oh my god, I remember reading this, and it's so weird seeing it now as an animation. They did a very good job of that. The voice acting's great, the animation's great, the story, you know, is great in general. A little bit weird, a little bit psycho, but, you know, it's anime at the end of the day. What do you want to do about it? Great, cool, I can sit here and I can glaze DanDaDan. I can say, no, it's not overrated, I think it's good, bye. But honestly, as I would guess, I would consider myself a fan for the peak parts of DanDaDan and maybe not the other bits. And the other bits aren't even that bad from what I remember. It is overplayed. It's one of those anime that has fallen into the trap. And we all do it. It's like Marvel. It's overplayed. You know, it's going to get to a point where it's too much. It's too much DanDaDan, you know. Too much intro, too much memes, too much cosplay, too much this. And obviously the other thing as well is that, I mean, the online space is just a weird place anyway, you know? People, I've seen, you know, I see a DanDaDan cosplay and I go, oh, that's a pretty cool cosplay. They've put some effort into that. Especially on Instagram. I go into the comments. I don't know if you've ever left a comment talking about, you know, recreate episode 1 or episode 7 or whatever it is, right? You're a psychopath. You're a weirdo, right? What are you doing? That's what makes DanDaDan weird, is because then obviously the fans are associated with these weird, and I hate to use the word, but gooners, and then they go and comment on some girl's cosplay of an underage character saying, recreate this, oh, I really want to, shut up, mate. Like, that's the only part I think, you know, DanDaDan is a bit weird for. Because the anime is weird, the author's probably a bit weird. It's kind of creating the... I mean, they were already there. They were already weirdos, you know. They weren't anything different before leaving that comment or after or before watching DanDaDan or after. They were pretty much the same person. They're weirdos, right? But that's the only thing that doesn't sit right for me. But apart from the weirdos, the song is a little bit overplayed, but it is a very good song. It's a very catchy song. The animation's great. They're releasing it on Netflix, so it's more accessible to more people. They're releasing dub and sub at the same time, and everything about it is looking great. So we're going to see how the last 2 episodes do. And in terms of episode 7, I would like to chuck in here. In terms of episode 7, people saying it's the best anime episode of all time. I would have to disagree. It's not the best anime episode of all time. It's a very good anime episode, and what it does, it plays on the emotions. And I don't think we've had... I can't remember an anime in the past year that we've had an emotional scene like that, but it's really been emotional. Not like a Kaiju number 8 emotional scene, like an actual emotional... everything's right, everything's perfect scene. So it's a very good episode. Maybe it's a little bit overrated. I think it's on 9.7 on IMDb. Like I said, IMDb is not the end all be all whatever, but the episode is very good. But it's kind of like how Freerun came into the scene and gave us something that we haven't had in a long time, and that's why it was refreshing and new, because we haven't had it in a long time. But DanDaDan is a great anime, and I do like the anime. I do need to read the rest of the manga from volume 6 to 9, and then they'll release some more. Apparently it gets even better. I'm a sucker when it comes to reading manga. It takes me ages. So to answer the question, is DanDaDan overrated? And my answer is
no.
No, it's not. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Join the Discord. Come tell me what you think in my Twitch streams. And I will catch you all later.